What's up? We got Supergirl Season 2, Episode 14, Homecoming. Not Spider-Man Homecoming. I know that joke wasn't that good, but anyway, we got Homecoming. So anyway, this episode starts off with Kara and Mono waking up to his bed alone, because last episode he and Kara finally got together, and she got back from Supergirl saving, and he's like, yeah, he wishes that he could wake up bed next to her. And she's like, yeah, let's not tell Dio about this. But immediately Mono waits 10 seconds to basically tell the Dio that they're dating. And she's like, 10 seconds? We just walked in, you're already telling people. So he's like, yeah, guys, we got a Cadmus sighting. And he's like, I thought they went dark after Metallo's death. He's like, yeah, but now they're back, so yeah. They don't find Cat when Kara opens the I have to move my camera. When Kara opens the truck, all she finds is Jeremiah Danvers, and basically Alex and Kara are basically happy to have him back, but Mono's kind of suspicious of the dude. When the dude starts saying about, Miles kind of suspicious of him. When the dude starts saying about how they're using an atomic bomb, they're using a fusion bomb made out of Kara's DNA, when Kara used her laser eyes, and Mono's like, that's suspicious. When he was there, they thought they wanted to use Kara's powers to blow them out, not use them for a fusion bomb. That sounds a bit suspicious. So he basically goes and tells Kara, and she's basically like, no, that's not true. I've known him for like all my life. He would never be evil. Haha, Mono. You wrong. And he's like, Kara, what if he's pretending to be a good guy when he's actually evil? And she's like, again, you're wrong. He's not evil. Why? Well, Kara. Yeah, so she's like, hey, come to this dinner that we're having. Eliza also randomly shows up to say, Eliza basically shows up. Alex calls her off screen to tell her Jeremiah's alive, and she just randomly shows up in the DO. No flying, no helicopter. She just immediately just is there. Has she been staying there off screen? Because she's just like, Jeremiah, and he's like, Eliza, and they hug. It's never explained how she got there. But anyway. Yeah, so basically, so Mono basically gives a toast about how he's suspicious of him, saying, oh dude, I'm suspicious of you. You work for Cadmus. You tell us that Kara's lasers are used to make an atomic bomb. What's up with you? And Alex is like, what'd you just like pulling out what did you say of my father, man? And Kara's like, Mono tries to still say, Kara, that dude is suspicious. But she's like, hey, say one nice thing to him. And he's like, no, you're still suspicious. Then she's like, fine, get out. If you're not gonna be nice to my adoptive dad, then this relationship isn't gonna work out as well. Then he's like, I'll take him out. And then she's like, Jeremiah, you're a scientist, so you know everything. Why I'm suspicious of you. And all Jeremiah says is, yeah, I know who you are. He's like, yeah? And he's like, yeah, Kara likes the truth. Then just leaves. So, Mono basically, Mono is basically now upset. His girlfriend doesn't believe him. So yeah, so he basically says, hey, dude, I think there's something up with Jeremiah, and then Wayne says, dude, I'm sorry, I think you've been binging the 24 too much. You've never seen that show. Is that show really good? So anyway, yeah, so they basically so Jeremiah breaks into the DEO mainframes for some reason. So they basically tell Kara, and Kara's like, "Come on, not you too." And he's like, "We saw him breaking into DEO files, like really breaking in." So Kara basically confronts him and saying, "Dude, what is up with you? Why are you going off screen and breaking in DEO files?" And he's like, "I just wanted to know about you. That's because of the last 20. I just want to know the last 24 months and years about you guys. That's all I want to do." And Wynn's like, yeah, everything he says makes it clear. And Alex just leaves saying, "You guys should have known better. Even you should have known, Kara." And yeah, and she's like, "How dare you disrespect my dad?" So yeah. So then what happens is that Alex decides to go. And so Kara's like, "Hey, we were right. We have faced him. Kindness is one of the dangerous villains we've ever faced." Kara, did Non and Indigo mean anything to you? Weren't they the most dangerous villain you've faced back in season 1? I know that we never see what happens to Non. Never see what happened to Non after season 1. They never mentioned it. Never bring it up. Did they retrieve him? Is he just out in that desert with blinded laser eyes? Who knows? They never mention it. So she's like, "You know what you sound like? You sound like Monel. You guys are so linked." And she's like, "I don't sound like Monel." And she's like, "Then how dare you question our dad? That guy's been with us for the last 24 years, and he's just trying to get to know us since he's been in cabinet." And she's like, "Come on, Alex. There's something suspicious about him." And she's like, "Fine, then you've chosen your side. Either you're with our family or you're not." So basically, they find the fusion bomb, but Jeremiah just decides to leave. But the bomb's not there. But then John discovers, yeah, he really is evil. Monel was right the entire time. What a surprise! What a surprise! The bad guy who Monel was ever trying to tell Monel that he was wrong, but guess what? He really is the bad guy. And he's like, "Monel was right. You are a Cadmus man." And basically reveals that he basically got turned into a cyborg or a machine. Oh yeah, so Jean gets attacked. Monel tries to do something. Wynn tries to do something, but they're like, "Let him go." Oh, I'd say Monel. Wynn tries to do something. Monel's in the area, in the field with that suit that being the Livewire commented on being terrible. He still wears it. So yeah. So they're like, "What's going on?" And what happened? He's like, "Monroe's right. Your dad is evil." And she's like, and Alex tries to defend him again by saying, "Hey, he's like, hey, there was something about him. It was like he was turned into a machine." So yeah, so now Alex knows that her dad is really evil. So basically, so Kara and Alex are like, "Hey, Lillian. Hey, Jeremiah." And she's like, "Jeremiah, you work for them?" And she like, "This is over." And she's like, "Yeah, not so fast." And they get into a fight, and Alex Kara just leaves so Alex can fight this guy on her own. Yeah, Henshot continues to speak like Cyborg Superman talks like this throughout the entire episode. He sounds like he's doing his terrible Batman impression. So anyway, yeah, he basically talks like that. So anyway, Kara's like, so Alex is like, hey, I bring you in, and he's like, Alex, there's only one way this ends, if you kill him, and she doesn't, she doesn't, so he leaves to appear in another episode, I'm guessing. I feel bad for Alex, finding out that her dad is really evil, even though she defended him throughout the entire episode, thinking that he was a good guy. Having to let him, so she's like, I let him go. So yeah, so after Kara and Mon-El scene, we see that we see Jeremiah or Cyborg Jeremiah and Lillian, and they're like, yeah, and they're basically doing their whole this will terminate aliens or something. So I mean, that episode's kind of meh. It wasn't the best Supergirl episode. It's kind of like, okay, I didn't like the whole, Jeremiah, Mon-El had suspicions, but the one thing I didn't like about this episode was the whole thing that we're led to believe that Jeremiah was a good guy, but then they're like, oh, guess what, he's really evil. Mon-El was right the entire time to be suspicious, even though everyone tried to say he was wrong. Nope, Mon-El was right the entire time, and it's just like, come on, man. You could have made us believe that and reveal that he's actually a good guy, but it's so predictable how you made us think that Mon-El was wrong, only to reveal that Mon-El was right the entire time. It's just so predictable. I'm not saying this episode's good, and Eliza, they just tell her that Jeremiah's evil off screen. We see her find out in front of us, but we don't see her speak or anything. We see Alex tell, or I think it was Jean who tells her. But anyway, that was an okay episode. I wouldn't think it's one of the best Supergirl episodes I've seen. It's meh. Not one of the best. It's okay. It's meh. Like, it's one of the meh episodes. Just like, yeah. It's there. Like, it's an episode. It's not one of the best. Like, Mon-El being right the entire time was kind of so predictable. My better thing is that have him be right, but then to reveal that he was actually a good guy. Like why have him be evil? Like, have Mon-El say, oh, Kara, he's evil. Kara says, no, he's not. And then it's revealed that he actually is. That was so predictable. But anyway, that's it for this video. And I'll see you next time for some more Homecoming. I mean, Supergirl. Get it?